Okay, looks like we are live, so let's start. Start. See first, get this. So let me arrange this first. Let's see. Yeah, this would be good. Just making sure nothing's too loud and whatnot. Get sure I can see everything clearly here. I think this will be good. Brush. Check to make sure that there is nothing important. Whoop. Might also consider getting a house upgrade soon finally. Cause it's probably a good thing to get. Better to get that out of the way while we can. Plus, like I said, very easy to make lots and lots of money in this game. Scrub this horse. Alright, now let's see. Right, get on the horse. Gotta rub all these chickens because that's how you get the sprites. Actually, I'm not 100% sure what my progress on specific sprites, but whatever. If I can do it, I might as well, right? Yeah, I might even start focusing on just buying more stuff in general, livestock, upgrades and all that, because again, got the money, might as well. Okay, I've got all of these now. Sorry, just checking stuff here. Just Looks healthy. Says get some soap in your eye. Never hurt anyone. Okay, might as well toss all this junk in here. Oops, there we go. Yes, if I really need the money, I can just, keep grinding for money here in this dig site, so ain't no big deal to splurge. Hello, Dennis Gallagher. Very good to see you again. As you can see, we are, back to playing Harvest Moon. Been alternating between that and Lost in Blue. We'll see what other games I want to stream, but I think things are going pretty well here so far. Actually, I wasn't even too sure if I was going to stream this week because I was feeling just a little bit sick. Nothing terrible, but just feeling rather crummy. Not really feeling like doing too much of anything. Monday and Tuesday, I did a bit of work. And then Wednesday, I just mostly rested. But now I'm feeling good, so yay. Because, you know, it's never fun to feel shitty. But like I said, I had a pretty mild sickness. Just some, feeling drained and muscle aches. I was only coughing a very little bit, so I'm not quite sure what was up with me, but I'm doing okay now, so that's all that matters, right? Hard to believe March is right around the corner. Time really does go by too fast. Well, like I said, this cave is just a great place to grind for money. By money, I mean getting these little trinkets here. Because, like, each of these little jewelry trinkets here, like the bracelet, the brooch, they sell for about 2,000 gold a piece. And while granted things are a bit more expensive in this game, and also you have to actually buy more things like the chicken coop and the barn. It is still really ridiculously easy to get money this way. Plus, it's quite easy to save scum, as you can see. Hello, Victor Inverse. I am doing not too bad. I mentioned earlier that I was a bit sick earlier this week. Nothing too bad. So I wasn't entirely sure if I was going to stream this week, but here I am. Actually feeling pretty okay. Did just a bit of work on Monday and Tuesday, then really just spent the whole day taking it easy yesterday, and now I'm feeling good. So yay. It's not fun to be sick. Video games cure illnesses? You know what? I won't debate that. I will not, won't argue against that. Video games are the best medicine against sickness. Even better than chicken soup. Although chicken soup is rather tasty. Didn't have any this time though, I wasn't that sick, so... I was just like, I don't feel like doing anything. I'm too damn tired. Like I said though, doing pretty okay now. Well, I see if I don't have an urgent need to do anything, then I might as well take it easy. Yeah, it blows that, you know, whenever you're sick and you still got stuff to do. I mean, I still have chores to do around the house. Got two cats to take care of and such. But you know, like I said, doing fine now. Yeah, this'll be good. No, the thing with these white grasses is that it blends in with the snow. Sometimes you look right past it. I'll just take a little roundabout here, I guess. You have dogs, yeah. Dogs are a bit more intensive, of course. But, you know. Speaking of dogs, I really like Shiba Inus, but they're very haughty and prone to misbehavior, so they need a lot of training to make sure that they don't just destroy everything. Also, Akitas are like that. Though not quite to the same extent as Shibas. But still. Very good, loyal dogs. Very cute. Okay, now. Right, I don't think Gotz's place is open till, noon, actually, so... I got time to roam about. Hello, Kino Ice Cream. Playing Harvest Moon again, as you can see. Another day out in the Forget-Me-Not Valley. Okay, let's see what I need to get for a house upgrade. Whoops. Not that. Some pieces of material stone. Jesus Christ. You know, like I said, everything is quite a bit more expensive, but you know what? 150 against literally 500,000 gold. Ain't nothing. It ain't nothing, so might as well, splurge. What was I going to do? Right. It's, yeah. You know what? It's a sunny day. I might as well see if I can't do some stuff here. Honestly, with how much money I'm making in this game, I might as well just save the material stones for building fences and stuff to keep the animals in, and then just spend money to upgrade the houses. Well, any kind of upgrades really, and constructing new buildings. Might as well get these out of the way. Go here. Right. Get this. Right. Get in here. Again. Like I said, you need to jump in and out of this hot springs a lot of times if you want to get the hot springs that restore stamina as opposed to relieve fatigue. Still need to go there just yet. Let's see. Hopefully also I'll be able to finish that Harvest Moon video I've been working on sooner rather than later. I'm not necessarily trying to, I don't necessarily try to 100% those games whenever I, am recording footage to make videos for them, but I do at least want to get a good amount of the content shown. At least get up to the marriage. If not, the kids getting kids. But, you know, there's only... Oh, you can only, you know, grind so much in that game. I mean, even if you cheat, which I usually don't. I usually don't cheat in those games. I use if there is anything to exploit, I'll just use the in-game exploits, but, even if you do cheat yourself to get, like, a ton of money... I mean, you know what? I guess you could really hardcore cheat at that game, but... I can't exactly, make a comprehensive, video about that if I just cheated literally everything. Now, now showing off exploits, like in this game with all the, like in this game with, showing you at the dig site, that can be useful, especially not just from a, from my perspective, but also showing off what you can do in the game. I think with the second upgrade, we'll eventually be able to buy a kitchen. Days. Oh yeah, that's how you get that extension. And then eventually, the other side will be extended so that we can add a, two-person bed. Whoops. Add a two-person bed. It's one of the requirements to get married, because you can't share a single bed. That's just way too cramped. So I don't want to share a single-sized bed. That's, like I said, that's uncomfortable. Can hardly move around. Right. Oops. I'll spend some time just doing some fence building as well at some point, but yeah, I'll see. We shall see when that will be. Cause I try not to work too much outside in the rain or snow in this case, cause it makes you feel crummier quicker. So yeah, try to limit that. Again, I do have a shit ton of medicine, so I probably should put it to use at some point. I was thinking about using it to take a really deep dive into those mines. But, the third mine is 999 floors, and the second one is over 60,000 floors deep. So, yeah. Like I said, you gotta really like this game to 100% completion it. Even back when I was a kid, I didn't have the patience for that. It's like, you know what? I'll just stick to farming stuff. Damn. Yeah, it is a nice comfort game. Uh, it's not to say there's no challenge to it, but don't need to. Don't really need to worry about losing the game, if you will. Not very. Yes, it's got some nice music and graphics, and that's pretty cool, I think. Watching paint dry? Not quite sure if paint drying is my kind of thing, but you know. Plus, you know what they say, watched pot never boils, or in this case, and watched freshly painted wall never dries. Live service lobbies, luckily I don't play a ton of live service games, although I have mentioned before, I am starting to play a couple of them now. Luckily those lobbies don't seem to be too bad, but I know sometimes they can be, finicky. Yes, like I said, I already told all of you how much I play Marvel Rivals, and those lobbies don't take very long to load up. I mean, solo queuing kind of sucks, but you know, that's just the trials of solo queuing. I really don't know how people can get up to Game Master level in those games just by solo queuing, but whatever, I guess. More power to ya. But yes, also Infinity Nikki doesn't really take much time to load. It does have those online elements. It is largely a single player experience. Of course, you have stuff like photo sharing and achievements and the gacha mechanics. For the record, I am a free-to-play player of that game. I'm not saying I never buy any of the outfits, but it's not really a huge deal to me to buy those in-game. There's just so many you can already get very easily for free. And just buy free gacha pools. Ah, boy. Lost to time, huh? Yeah, that's the thing with some of those live service games, too, is, all too easy for them to get lost to time. Especially since you don't especially since, the publisher, developer, whomever, can just pull the plug at any time. So as of now, I am a strictly free-to-play Nikki player. Like I said, would not necessarily be against buying any of the outfits. It's just, I'm not super interested in it. Personally. Little Empire and Happy Wars. Never heard of that one, I have to say. Then again, there are tons of games out there that I've never heard of. Plus, since I don't really play a ton of attempts to live service games in general, so all too easy for one to fly under the radar, for me at least. I have been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic with the boyfriend, which is pretty cool. I quite enjoy it. Again, for the moment, strictly free to play, though there's a fair chance we'll get the expansion at some point. Well, yeah, it's not perfect, but it's a nice reminder of BioWare's heyday. This means it is cool. It's makes looking at the state of BioWare now quite sad. Also, that reminds me, I didn't have any good internet as a kid, so I never really played stuff like Club Penguin or Neopets or whatever the kids played back in the day. Now I got all the internet to play all the online games that I don't play. But no, like I said, I'm actually enjoying the hell out of Infinity Nikki as well. Like, the previous games are cool and all. I really liked all the artwork and stuff, but personally, for me, there's only really, I mean, personally for me, actually being able to explore a world and experience everything in it while also looking stylish really really elevates things for me. Very cool, I think. Plus, it's not super duper grindy doesn't get super grindy like in the previous entries. Hopefully it stays that way. Plus, they keep giving us free outfits and such, so that's pretty cool. Yes, kind of. I admit I didn't really. I mean, I never played Style Savvy, any of the Style Savvy games, but I am familiar with them. You don't really run a business in the game. In Infinity Nikki, it's like an open world adventure kind of game. Not any kind of business management or simulation game, but very cool. So also is combat and platforming, but not very difficult. So very easygoing kind of fun game. As you can imagine, it's meant to have a pretty wide appeal, but in this case, that's not a bad thing because they still know exactly a specific audience they want to target while still having a lot of appeal. Where should we go next? Might as well stock up on some of those cabbage seeds for when spring rolls around. Because that's not too far away in this game. We have 4 of them. Alright. I don't spend a ton of money. I don't usually spend a ton of metals in this place, but you know what? Might as well get some more. Gambling is always fun. But remember, kids, don't gamble in real life with real money. Only gamble in video games with fake money where it doesn't matter. Only get addicted to gambling off all your savings whenever those savings don't matter, like in games. Ah, bitches. So, fun fact, Happy Cards Music King. Fun fact about, the European version of this game is that poker and blackjack were excluded from the game for the European version because Europe is really stingent about, in-game gambling. You might have heard about the controversy with Balatro being given an 18 plus, 18, I think it's an 17, 18 plus rating, whatever the equivalent of an M-rated game is over there. Anyways, because of its fake gambling. Again, it's strictly fake gambling, but apparently that was bad enough for them to give it an M rating. Meanwhile, games that have actual real-life money gambling, like loot boxes for things like NBA games and the other sports games with loot boxes, they still get to be rated E or T. Even though, again, that has real-life gambling, and that created quite a controversy. And recently, they backed down on that and gave Balatro an E rating again. Or gave it an E rating instead. Because that kind of hypocrisy is dumb as hell. We'll just gamble away a bit more. At least get to 1,000. And to be fair, it is, the PAL version of this game is largely the same experience, but still, it's kind of dumb that, fake gambling was removed. It's kind of dumb, I think, to remove fake gambling with fake money. But meanwhile, like I said, they would a bit later be okay with real-life gambling in games that youngsters can play. Don't mind me, I'm just sucking hard at gambling. Whatever. And... funny enough, I don't know if they ever brought any kind of gambling back in Harvest Moon games, funny enough. Wonder if it had to do with the whole, issue with the PAL release. Not like it really matters too much anyways. I don't exactly play this game for the casino, you know, but it's there. It's cool, I guess. Ah, son of a bitch. Hey, look at that. That's what I like to see. Pengia. Never heard of that one either. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. Not one of my favorites. I made a review of this a long time ago. It's like I said, it's like I always say about my older videos, could probably do better with them now, but I still stand by most of my opinions in that about that game today, even to this day. Not my favorite of them, but still decently solid. Cute golfing game, huh? I haven't played too many golfing games in my day. That sounds like fun. I haven't played too many sports games in general, but that sounds like a fun time. For the record, some of my favorite Harvest Moon games are... Yes, I have actually played Hero of Leaf Valley. I was actually going to make a review of it a while back, but then the external hard drive I was using at the time went kaput, and that made me sad because all my footage was on there. But I might get in the mood for it again at some point soonish. Really enjoyed that one. Bit of a shame it still had some features missing, like not being like, or I guess the only feature it was really missing was not being able to have kids, and I think that's a shame since that's a big part of the experience, but overall I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll probably make a review of that at some point, but I've got another Harvest Moon video in the works as it is, so might not be for a little while. Right, I was saying some of my favorite Harvest Moon games. Let's see, I like, what is it? The first Harvest Moon game I ever played was More Friends of Mineral Town for the Game Boy Advance. It's still very good, I think. A lot of it aged very well. It's one I really like. Harvest Moon 64 is also great, as well as Back to Nature, which Friends of Mineral Town is a remake of, and Back to Nature is a remake of Harvest Moon 64. Because they really like their remakes. But, what else? A Wonderful Life is also very good. I slightly prefer the older original version of A Wonderful Life more than the remake. But the remake is still very good. Has pretty much everything that made the original great. Let's see, what other ones have I played? Magical Melody is also pretty good. Don't like it as much as I did as when I was younger. Same thing for Harvest Moon DS, but I still enjoyed it quite a bit. Funny enough, the very first Harvest Moon for the SNES still has a ton of charm, I think. Rune Factory 5, haven't played a ton of the Rune Factory games yet. I played 1 and 2, both of which I enjoyed quite a bit. And I probably will play more eventually. Whoops. Mind me, just knocking shit around everywhere. Yeah, there's a ton to do in the second year of Harvest of the original Harvest Moon. Plus, if you know exactly what you're doing, you can actually get married in the first year pretty easily. But I think for the very first farming life sim game, pretty damn good. What else is there? As far as the newer ones go, Animal Parade is pretty fun. Very slow paced. There is a lot of space in between locations. And also the loading time can be kind of sluggish. Which is a bit of a downside, but overall it is a good game, I think. I was recording footage for that one as well, but I haven't gone back to it for quite a while. Luckily, I think that footage is still okay. I would just have to remember exactly what the hell I was doing in that game. It probably isn't hard, I mean... Harvest Moon isn't exactly the most complex of games out there. So I'm sure I'd get back into it easy enough. Yes, I quite like Hero of Leaf Valley. Honestly, for as much as I am iffy about remakes of games in general nowadays, I think Hero of Leaf Valley / Save the Homeland is one that could benefit from a remake. Especially since they could add stuff like a female player character and bachelors and you know, having kids or a kid, whatever they want to do with that. And also more livestock as well, because you can only have cows and chickens and a horse in that game. Yeah, that's the thing too about it. No marriage plus plus the fact that you have to have an ending after 1 year or else the game ends. And then you gotta start over. It does have a lot going. It's the same too, because I think it does have a lot going for it otherwise. I like the characters, I like the art style and graphics. The soundtrack I quite like as well. Oops. Yeah, I did really like the soundtrack for Save the Homeland a lot as well. And yeah, I guess I guess that is the idea that you would go through all the endings. Hell, maybe one day I'll even do that on a stream one day, see if I can get all the endings to Save the Homeland. But yeah, it's kind of a shame that it doesn't have a lot of that. It's missing those features of an open ending. Like, I don't mind that there's like endings and such for when you complete the tasks and character arcs. But I just wish your game would actually continue and you could get married and have a family of your own and such. Yeah, it's kind of like a new game plus is what happens whenever you get one of the endings. I've never played Divinity Original Sin myself. It looks like it could be pretty cool to try. Yes. Yes, hopefully, indeed, I hope Larian Studios keeps up their goodwill streak for the foreseeable future. Will be quite interesting to see what projects they have in store for the future. I am the wrong person to ask about cooking specific kinds of foods, but I will say that there's this golden curry mix that you can get at grocery stores. I mean, I just get mine at Walmart. And it is quite tasty. So there's that. It's basically imported from Japan, even as the instructions written in Japanese. Very tasty. But yeah. I'm certainly confident at cooking and such, but probably not the best best person to ask if you want me to know about making something very specific or complex. But yeah, that curry mix is indeed golden curry mix is indeed easy to make. Dark chocolate and instant coffee and curry. That sounds interesting. May just have to look into that myself. Yes, I do hope that studios like Larian continue to exist and do what they do. Same thing for Kingdom Come Deliverance's studios as well. There's some other games I've gotten a lot of. And then there's of course Concerned Ape with his Stardew Valley, geez. Giving us free updates. That adds significant amount of content. Honestly, I gotta say, for a gotcha live service game, Infinity Nikki has been doing pretty well by its audience as well. Listening to feedback and such. What else? What else? Yeah, so while I do have some... Yeah, well, I certainly got some, sourness towards these AAA studios. I mean, I'm sure you've heard the news about, oh my gosh, what's the studio called that, made Shadow of Mordor? Anyway, that studio got shut down and took the, Nemesis system with them. Among other boneheaded decisions made by AAA studios. But smaller studios, I think, will continue to prosper. Even if they are backed by larger studios, I still think we'll still see plenty of creativity and such from them. Yes, Metaphor. Very good. I enjoyed that a lot. Now, it depends on whether or not it's worth $70 is iffy. I mean, honestly, I don't really buy games brand new very often as it is. But I did really like Metaphor ReFantazio a lot. It was very cool to see that Persona formula in a different kind of setting. With different character archetypes. But yes, if you like Persona and the setting of a sort of medieval-esque kind of fantasy world looks appealing, then you'll probably enjoy it a lot too. Oh, geez, you're putting a lot of pressure on me there. Uh... I'm not quite sure. But, you know, I'd say if it does look really interesting to you, it might as well bite the bullet. Well, just clearing these fences out so I can actually, make some real fences, perhaps. But yes, I quite seldom buy games brand new. Particularly ones that are $70. I'm also looking forward to the Lies of P DLC. That ought to be cool. And of course, whatever sequel might be along the way, but first we'll worry about the DLC. Crap. Fuck it. What else do I want to do here? Might as well get rid of these stones as well. Excuse me, just getting some water, gotta stay hydrated and all that. Let's see. Definitely want to play some Pirate Yakuza at some point. I admit I'm a bit behind on my Yakuzas, but I'm still gonna play it anyways. I'm sure I'll catch up. Wonder what Marvelous has in store for their Story of Seasons next. I mean, surely they're gonna make more games. Whether that's a remake or a brand new entry. Also, I gotta be more aware of how I use my voice when streaming, because it's all too easy to not be aware of that when talking more casually. I want to keep my voice healthy and strong and not hurting. Just thinking aloud. We'll save here. Yeah, I'm just talking to stream casually, having a good time. Kind of slips my mind, but it's gotta be more aware of that. here. And we'll go out. Whoops. Okay, I thought, for a minute I thought I was missing an egg. And I thought, uh-oh, did I forget to feed one of them? No, it was just a bit hidden to me. Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, the rubbing mini game is kind of tedious, but at the same time, I do think it is cute. It is cute. The depictions of the livestock in this game. Funny enough, though, I think that Harvest Moon's animal designs actually peaked with the very first game. I really think the designs are super cute. It's got really cute animations. I mean, like I said, later ones still look great. I like the bubble nose cows, as they're called. But, like I said, I think they peaked in the very first game. Like the way the little cows bounce up and down whenever they get brushed. And then they also, the pregnant cows in the SNES game, they'll wobble around as they're trying to walk. Oops. I forget to put this away before I get on the horse. Yeah, it is a bit intimidating to go through all of the Yakuzas. Especially with how long they are. I mean, not even talking about just the sub-stories and such, but just the main story is a pretty lengthy. And of course it is quite easy to get distracted by all the bonus content. And sub-stories. I do love them. I do like them a lot. And yeah, same here. So much to play through, and watch, and read, and God knows what else. Whoops, that's fine though. Didn't mean to brush the air there. It's fine, we'll just dig our way through here. Yes, plenty of old games and classics and such I need to catch up on as well. Not just newer games. Yeah, that's how I feel whenever I think about another game that I'm kind of interested in. It's like, oh, this looks so cool, but oh man, do I really want to add that to the backlog? Especially one that might be very long. But yes, you will almost certainly get distracted by sub stories and mini games and such for Yakuza. Like, you almost want to think, holy shit, how did they pack so much content in here? God damn, it was right here. And of course, like I said, that's not even getting to the backlog of things to watch and read. I guess whatever happens, happens, right? This is mine. Let's see. Just try to squeeze them in when I can. Different experiences make you a more well-rounded person and all that. And even things just like watching a new movie or reading a new book can broaden your mind. As for me with books, I've been trying to. I haven't really read too much in terms of contemporary books. Been trying to catch up on some of the classics for the most part. Oops, I better ship these off first. Oh yes, all of the other games and such out there that might not have gotten a US release. I am glad though that more previously overseas exclusive games have gotten international releases though. That's pretty cool. That's pretty damn cool, I think. Do I want to go fishing? Yeah, screw it. I'll just get over here. Actually, what am I doing? I want to go south. It's also why I don't really replay games a ton, is just because there's so many out there that, for as much as I enjoy a lot of my older comfort games, if you will, there's just so many more out there that I want to experience. I will say though, I do go back to The Sims every so often. In fact, I've been wanting to get back into it fairly recently. I gotta carve out some time for that. Sims is fun. About The Sims, I'm talking about The Sims 2 and 3. Like I said too, like I keep saying too, I think it'd be fun to do some Sim streaming at some point. Have any music recommendations? I admit I don't listen to a ton of contemporary music releases. A lot of my music experience comes from games and musical theater. And even with the musical theater part, I am probably a bit behind on that. Yeah, dyslexia, I don't have it, but I know it can be quite a pain. I don't know how many books out there have dyslexic friendly fonts as well, so there's that. I don't know if you're into audiobooks either. I personally just prefer to read it from physical form. It's like getting the actual books themselves, especially since it's easy to get at the library, but whatever works. It's not possible for me to read on something like my phone, but it just feels rather small. Or maybe it's just me, but it feels kind of tough. It's a little cumbersome to read on such a small screen. Maybe I ought to invest in a Kindle. You can probably borrow books from a Kindle, right? Okay, after this I'll play one more in-game day and then call it a stream. I think that'll be a good enough time. Started a bit later than I usually did, but whatever. I managed to squeeze one in, and that's what's most important. Amazon DRM, huh? Yeah, that's that's always fun. DRM, everyone's favorite, right? I guess it's just always tablets in general. Don't need to buy one brand new. Probably just buy even a used tablet like an iPad or whatever other tablets exist. Because at least I'm not looking at a teeny tiny screen to read a book. Oh wow, that blows. Just Amazon decided to delete the Kindle library that wasn't purchased through them. That fucking blows. Oh, probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Let's hope it does. Okay, it's just snowing, not a storm. But yeah, I'm definitely not against digital copies and ownership and stuff, but that's definitely a downside, is that they could just decide to delete all of your shit that you paid for because fuck you. Again, not anti-digital ownership. I'm just saying that there's pros and cons to everything. Oh, Dead Rising. I haven't played that one. I haven't played those in quite a while. Cheap Samsung tablet. Yeah, that's true. Samsung, sure, lots of those electronic companies make tablets. Like I said, as long as it's like book page size, I'd probably have a better time, more enjoyable time reading books and such from a digital device. Well, there's tons of stuff in the public domain that's, can be easily accessible on a tablet like that. Like I said, I know I can read it easy from my phone, but it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of a pain to read it on such a small screen, to try to read a whole book or play or whatever. Oh shoot, didn't mean to do that. Let's get you in here. Moo. Sound a cow makes. I didn't know if you guys knew that. I really ought to get back to things like sewing as well. I just spend so much time doing video work and such, and then when the boyfriend comes home, I end up just playing games and such. I gotta make more time during the day, even just during the day. Carve out a bit of time for sewing and stuff and crap like that. Just different kind of things I like to do. Keep myself well rounded and all that. I'm pretty sure Cal says nay. You know what? I'm not. You know what? That's a good point. I mean, those cows are quite shifty. I mean, they look like they're just got nothing going on up there and staring ahead and chewing on grass. But I think they're up to something. And there's gotta be a reason why aliens are always trying to kidnap them, right? Some cows can be aliens too. You know what? That is a very good point. I mean, have you seen the alien cows from the first Mass Effect game? Oh, that is a shifty cow. It's got arms and everything. It pickpockets you when you aren't looking. I'll go for one more round. What kind of milk do you suppose alien cows give? I imagine it glows a weird, maybe a weird blue color. Well, that would be something. Then again, you'd probably die if you drink it. Yep, this is what we talk about on stream. Alien cows and hypotheticals about alien cows. There it was. Go. Come on. Yeah, probably some interesting ideas I could think of for even one-off streams. Do I believe or want to believe? With aliens, huh? You know, I'll just say I'm open-minded to the idea. There is literally an infinite amount of space in this world. An infinite universe. Feel like it's much more likely that there is intelligent life out there other than us than there isn't. Now, whether Pikmin are real, that's another question. It'd be cool if they were, but I don't know. But yeah. Well, there is no proof out there that there is intelligent life beyond Earth. I think there's at least a pretty decent chance that there is. Whether or not we'll ever find it is another whole nother question. Then again, there is tons of stuff on Earth we don't even know about. Like you go deep in the ocean, there's practically aliens down there. There's some really weird and ugly and weird looking fish down there. I know I just said weird twice, but whatever. That's how weird they are. I always say the deeper to the ocean you get, the uglier the fish are. Lots of... Yeah, I guess it can make you feel a bit paranoid if you think too hard about aliens and intelligent life and supposed visits from extraterrestrials. I wouldn't even know where to begin as to what they look like. What they would look like. Maybe they look like, the green Sims 2 aliens, or they look like weird, ugly abominations. Or there might very well be multiple out there. Multiple kinds of alien species. Hopefully green, yes. Like I said, imagine if they look like the Sims aliens, where they're largely the same as humans, except they're green and big eyes. And weird looking pointy ears. But yeah, don't necessarily put my full certainty into aliens and such, but I am definitely open-minded with that. There is much more that we don't know than what we do know, so... Hey, you never know. Giving aliens some talkies. Give them some talkies and Mountain Dew. That'll blow their little alien minds. Maybe even literally. Honestly, for all we know, those weird, ugly fish down deep in the ocean, those could very well be aliens, and they just decide to settle down there. Oh god, could you imagine if an alien became some kind of live streamer and spent their time playing games and answering questions about their life? Oh, that would be interesting. Or maybe they're just like the aliens from Alien and they're gonna kill us all. Or the aliens from Dead Space, which will also kill us all. But hopefully they're like more like the aliens from The Sims, which are pretty friendly, except for when they kidnap people. And get them pregnant with weird alien babies. Oh, hey, it did get our get that expansion to the this side. And this is where the kitchen goes, and then we expand more, and we get out a bathroom. Thanks for the super chats. No, I haven't tried the moon milk. Oh, that'd be quite funny. Okay, I think that is a stream. Again, thank you all so much for stopping on by. Greatly appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you all next stream. Bye!